Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Bone podcast. Kick's throwing me off right before we go live. We were listening to some Phil Collins during the intro song. Today,
who the fuck's that guy?
Today we're going to discuss the continued market pump led by Solana. Absolutely unreal pump and hype, as well as a legendary trade closed on hype today. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Pretty awesome stuff. We're also going to talk about how Hyperliquid wins no matter who wins this USDH proposal. I'm glad we have Kicks here to talk through that because it seems like more drama has been unfolding here. I also saw PayPal talk about Hyperliquid, which was kind of wild. And we're also going to discuss whether or not we think Memecoin season is about to kick off. I hope not. I capitulated my fart coin yesterday, and I got made fun of by a lot of people, which I didn't enjoy. But anyways, I'm joined here by Ray and Kicks on a little Friday show. Kicks, how we doing?
Very good, man. Very good. I hope you're doing well. Fuck Fartcoin, dude. Like, who cares? Okay. Everyone is nervous that they're holding Fartcoin, and you selling, they're like hoping that that is a good sign because they're all lacking that self-confidence in their own bags. And you know, you can't change that for them. That's on them, not you, Clemente.
I would like to see Altcoin do well. I would actually like to see any meme coin do well. There was a tweet that went circulating last night that was basically saying, like, how is Solana at $230? And yeah, this is the tweet. It actually did way too. It got like 300,000 views.
Damn, dude. What'd you make? Like 100 bands on that?
Yeah, you know, we're getting some Elon bucks off of it. On the meme. Oh, yes. So basically, someone was saying, why is Solana 230 and we haven't had a meme coin run above $1 billion in however how long? And people are just saying the trenches are just smoked for now, and we need to have like, well, the Ansem responded. He said, if the underlying, like if Pump is still at a $2 billion market cap, you can't expect a meme coin to run to $1 billion.
That's kind of a fucking good point. A, B, Solana could be running ahead of ETF, right? And that's not going to pump on chain. That's a Wall Street play.
Exactly. And we have who is the guy? Kyle Salami. Kyle, yeah. Who's the new
Kyle Samurai?
Yeah, he's
Salamati. Kyle Salamati.
Salazar. Salazar. Charizard.
Kyle Charizard. I mean, and he is the guy who's launched the latest Solana treasury company. And he has been just buying Solana all day. Look at this guy, multi-coin capital. This guy is not playing.
Oh, Kyle Sardukar.
So this guy Kyle Samani has been the buyer of all of these.
Kyle Saltambuca.
Yeah, he's been the Tom Lee of Solana. So he's been buying.
How hard is it to create? Maybe I'll create a DAT.
We should just create one.
Yeah, let's go find a fucking biotech company that's going to go bankrupt in the next 30 days. Say, we got a proposal for you. Just roll up. Say, we run this shit now.
We get Kicks in a suit. We get that nice headshot.
No suits. We show up like they do. God, I'm blanking on the name. The startup show about San Fran, when the dude puts his nuts on the table.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. We got a Silicon Valley them, dude.
We got to get this outfit. This beard is very interesting.
That's AI. 100% AI touched up.
Well, we're going to get into all of that. We got Solana looking fantastic. You know, I love waking up to these Robinhood alerts where it's like Bitcoin. Yeah. Bitcoin just broke above 116. Solana above 230. And I just wake up, just ping. And I
wake up with a ping, if you know what I mean.
Hey, you know, I get a ping.
That's a sign of health.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign of good health. You're not waking up with that. You got bad blood flow in your body, buddy. Get to the gym.
Yeah, and Kicks, I remember you brought up how how fast your toenail grows back after you injure it is a sign of health. My toenail looks fantastic after I destroyed it on a door Just
case in point, as they say.
I think I'm a healthy man. I'm a healthy individual. We're going to get into it. If you're listening on Twitter Spaces, give us a like, give us a retweet, comment. Let us know you're here. Support the show by getting us out there in the Twitterverse. If you're on YouTube, give us a shout. Where are you listening from this beautiful Friday? Today I'm here in Miami, seeing some sun for the first time in a very long time. Dude, it's been pouring rain. I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening?
It's good for all the crops in Miami.
I don't think they grow crops in Miami. They just have booty shape contests. Yeah. Kicks, let's kick things off with a weather report whenever you're ready.
I like it. You run a tight ship, 9/11. We got this thing going. Don't worry. I'm already teed up, baby. I'm ready to go too. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Friday, September the 12th. Majors are up across the board. Bitcoin above 115K. Ethereum above 4,500. Solana, hype above 56. Solana leading the charge, wants $240 over the past 24 hours. Blackrock revealed that they are exploring the tokenization of its ETFs on chain following the massive success of their Bitcoin ETF. This initiative aims to enable 24/7 trading, boost liquidity, lower entry barrier for global investors, and allow tokenized ETFs to serve as collateral in DeFi protocols, potentially fueling a $2 trillion boom in real estate. Start taking loans and all your ETFs on chain. Let's go. Next up, it was another busy day for Hyperliquid's USDH race. Athena pulled their proposal, but pledged to go forward with their plan to build on Hyperliquid. PayPal publicly tweeted their support for Hyperliquid and the proposal from Paxos. Despite this, Native Markets continues to lead. Their odds are above 90% to win on Polymarket. Finally, it was a busy day for the Moonbirds ecosystem as Spencer cooked up a number of big announcements and releases. First up, they hired Josh Newman, a former executive advice. Whoa-wah-wee-wah. Additionally, they launched an open edition blind box physical NFT mint on Solana, where customers can purchase a single physical for $25 or a pack of 12 for $300. The NFTs will be tradable upon purchase and redeemable on Collector Crypt once the physicals are ready in Q5. That's it for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Fantastic weather report, Kicks. Raymond, a rare miss from Raymond. He didn't get this one. He didn't catch something big happening today. I'm checking the rest of the notes. Not here. Gemini IPOing today. Come on, Raymond.
That's actually in my bookmarks. It's a busy day for me here. If you notice, I'm in a different location. I'm at my parents' house currently. I'm like looking at my mom right now. And
you getting divorced?
Yeah, unfortunately. No, we have showings at our house. So chaotic morning, and that's 100% on me.
It's okay, Ray.
It's on me.
It's okay.
It's on me.
You know, Ray, you got a phone call? Please answer. Yep. It's like during the game. That was whatever phone call that was.
Tell him I'm not ready. I'm not available.
Breaking news. He's getting a breaking news call in right now, dude.
We got a call from Tyler Winklevoss himself, Ray. Picking up that sound. I have not heard that sound in so long.
It's been a while, dude.
That's like when you call in, that sound is perfect. It's like when you're in a game show and you can call a friend. They call it or Deal or No Deal, or they're calling the banker. Oh my God, that brought back so many memories.
Everybody, oh my God, a house phone. Yeah, I mean that confirms that I'm at my parents' house.
So we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. I first off want to talk about the Hyperliquid USDH race. Kicks, can you give us the latest? Last time you were on the show, I believe it was Wednesday, I was very naive and I asked basically, why does Hyperliquid need a native stablecoin? And you basically said that by using the stablecoin USDC, they're giving all of the yield that Circle gets to them, right? So it's kind of going out of the ecosystem. So the idea is Hyperliquid gets their own stable coin, they get the yield themselves, and it does a net positive for the ecosystem. So there's been kind of a war for it. Who's going to get the stable coin? You're getting all of these teams saying, basically, it's like Crypto Bachelor. They're competing for the rose, and they're doing all of these proposals. They're saying, hey, we're going to buy Hyperliquid with X amount of the hype token with X amount of the interest we get from the stable coins, et cetera, et cetera. Can you update us with the latest here? What's going on with the proposal and the latest on Hyperliquid?
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like native market is going to win unless a significant amount of staked hype switches to validators that are supporting Paxos. But yeah, we covered it on Wednesday. At the end of the day, this is just a ticker. So any of these companies can still launch their own stablecoin on Hyperliquid under a different ticker name, and they can still execute the plan that they had. So that's what Athena said that they're going to do. Of course, winning this ticker is probably significant because it'll probably get more support in the ecosystem. But yeah, regardless, it's bullish for Hyperliquid in the sense that they're going to try to capture more of the stablecoin yield and use it to support the hype ecosystem. So regardless of who wins, I think it's going to be bullish. A little bit of drama, right? People say it's a circle jerk and native markets is going to win because they're friends with all the validators, blah, blah, blah. I mean, at the end of the day, guess what? It's like any sort of vote. No one's going to be, you're never going to get everybody happy, right? It's just how it goes. I don't think it's a massive conspiracy theory. Once again, dude, it's called like capitalism and free choice, right? If capital markets want to pick someone, right? If the people that own more hype than me want to pick someone that differs with what I want to pick, you know, that's how life works. Sorry, this is not a democracy. It's not every single hype holder gets to vote equally. It's whoever owns the most gets to make the decisions around the house. And that's just how it goes. And I'm fine with it. You know, I think Paxos had the most interesting proposal, but it's not all pros from Paxos either. Like I looked up like the PayPal stablecoin that they built. It's not being fucking used. And honestly, if you did your research, which I did, and I trimmed some of my Paxos position because I was like, Nansen hadn't voted at the time. So I like asked ChatGPT, I was like, you know, has Nansen said anything about Paxos before? And there was a Nansen article where they basically said that there was like less than 10 people that held more than $1,000 of the PayPal stablecoin. So, you know, it's not, you know, so they have built like Binance's stablecoin is the most successful one that they built. That was obviously successful, but like, you know, it's not like PayPal is stablecoin is this, you know, raging success. So I think I preferred Paxos because I like the idea of the liquidity minting on Hyperliquid directly as opposed to another bridge setup. And it is interesting because there's a lot of smart minds in the space. For example, Mike Dudas, this is like, he's like, it should be Paxos or it should be native market on the front and Paxos on the back. He's like, you know, some of these people that are new to stablecoins may not fully understand the Genius Act, which is the Stablecoin Act in the United States, et cetera. At the end of the day, this is how life goes. People are going to figure it out. I'm still bullish Hyperliquid.
I think that it's bullish no matter who wins, like kind of like what you're saying. And like we're seeing like competition ramp up. I just saw a post this morning that tied some Coinbase wallets to, or sorry, not Coinbase, Circle wallets to a big hype purchase, like a $4.6 million hype purchase. Also that they're testing USDC on Hyper EVM. So like USDC might be a wake up call for them where they were just the default token. Now they have to kind of invest some more resources into Hyperliquid and the ecosystem to kind of maintain parity at this point. So I think like competition is good in this scenario and hype wins no matter who wins.
Great. Well said, Ray. Great breakdown, Kicks. We'll see what happens. What's the deadline? What's next for this, Kicks?
I think this week, I think it's the 15th is when they lock in the votes. Today is, I think that was the deadline or is the deadline for the validators all to submit their votes. So there's 3 days for people to move their stakes around. So it would have to be like something very significant, like 20% of stake type would have to move to Paxos for native markets to lose. So we'll find out on Monday who the winner is. And yeah.
Hyperliquid, I mean, the fact that we're seeing this stable coin, like it's really interesting watching Hyperliquid, the ecosystem being built basically from the ground up.
Yeah.
This thing is still, I mean, the token's been out for less than a year. and you're watching this ecosystem and community slowly build. It's really fascinating to see, and the popularity that it's gotten, people continuing to discuss certain initiatives, and now
you have stuff like A16Z has apparently been accumulating in the hundreds of millions of dollars of a position on Hyperliquid.
Insane.
Yeah, which is massive. So it's funny because like people are there's two bearish catalysts on the horizon. One is the team unlocks, which start in 75 days. And then the other, of course, is that anyone, like when the token launch, anyone that bought day one or in the first week or whatever, they'll be getting close to long-term capital gains. So those are the two, bearish things on the horizon. But then you have, stuff like A16Z buying hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's not like this is a unlock going to a bunch of different investors, VCs. There was no VCs, right? It's all going to the team. And so is the team going to aggressively dump the chart? I personally don't think so. I think it's probably more of a bullish unlock, but just to balance out the, news, there is, those bearish catalysts on the horizon. I don't think they're big deals, but,
well, and then you also have a potential, another airdrop coming out.
Yeah, potentially.
So that would be, if that happens, some sell pressure. I do want to talk actually about a potential other airdrop. Raymond, you missed this one too. You missed this one too, buddy. And I'm going to share exactly what Raymond missed here in just a second. But in the meantime, I want to give a quick shout out to the partners of today's show, YEET. You know them, you love them. They're the crypto casino brought to you by some of the most trusted players in the space, Mando, KBM, and pro poker player Ben Lamb. Over $500 million. God damn. $500 million has been wagered on their platform so far, and 40% of their upcoming token airdrop is earmarked for community rewards. I'm very interested to see how that token performs when it goes live. But the most important thing you need to know is we're giving away $1,000 on today's show. So if you're listening on Twitter Spaces, I just pinned up the tweet. Ray, what do people need to do? They need to just comment their username.
Yep. Comment your username on YEET. You need to be signed up with our code, bodogos.com/YEET, and you need to have transacted at least $1 worth of volume in the month of September. That's going to allow you to show up on our leaderboard. This is what I'm going to use to verify that you are indeed signed up with our code and have done volume. You'll get added to this wheel. We're going to spin it. We're going to have a $500 winner, two $250 winners. This is going to give you good odds because right now, if you enter, you'll have a 100% chance of winning. Unless somebody else does.
We're doing a spontaneous giveaway. We've never done this before where you need to be listening live on the show. So, I mean, if you haven't signed up, you basically have, you have like 30 minutes to create an account at bodogos.com/YEET. You need to wager $1 and you're eligible for this. That's all you need to do. I mean, there's probably going to be like a 30% chance of you winning on this. I don't know about 30%, but like, 10%, whatever it is, because who else is going to be on here? We don't have a lot of the people on that leaderboard. There's 45 people right now. How many of them are listening to the show? Maybe 20%. You're looking at 10 eligible people. So let's go, folks. This is we're feeling very Oprah-y. We're going to be giving away some stuff. We're feeling generous. So go check them out, bodogos.com/YEET. Enter your username that you've used to sign up, or either on YouTube or in the Twitter Spaces comments. Let's go. Next piece that I wanted to talk about, odds of a pump airdrop by the end of the month skyrocketed on Polymarket. Went from 10 to 50%, shot up after someone has been buying up these shares. Kicks, did you see this?
I did not. Buying up what shares?
Someone's been buying up the Yes Pump airdrop by the end of September overnight. They've been buying up the Yes shares. It shot up to 50%.
Shit. Maybe I'm fucked.
Well, it did dump back down actually. So I'm just checking I'm checking it now. Polymarket, pulling it up, sharing my screen. So here we go. This is where, Kicks, I'd love your expertise. Let's go. Pump.fun airdrop buy September 30th.
Mhm.
Let's look at this graph.
Mhm.
It's been in the last week. Look at this. It was at 12%. And then someone, I guess this might be a poly market rookie. They bought a shit ton of shares and made it go up from 13% to.
Yeah, because if you look at the order book, it's super thin. Right. So if you click on the order book,
only $24,000 worth of volume.
yeah. If you click on the order book and you scroll up, keep scrolling up. So to get to 50 cents would only be a $364 buy.
And this is pretty common, I'm assuming, with these low volume predictions. I'm assuming you can move markets a lot. Is there?
Yeah, unless there's someone that wants to be on the other side. So right, if someone's like, hey, I don't think that there's going to be a pump airdrop, and this is where I think a lot of people can make money on poly market and have an edge, right? Is that there's a ton of markets out there, right? There's the concentration of liquidity is on a small amount of markets, right? It's maybe their top 20, their top 30 markets. That's where most of the volume is. That's where most of the liquidity is, right? But there's certainly people out there that want to bid on a Pump.fun airdrop, right? So that guy that bought, I don't know how much he bought. I saw the highest whale has 4,000 shares. So 4,000 at 50 cents is maybe, maybe you spent $1,500, whatever. If you thought that it was a no, or you want to be on the no, you can put liquidity on the books, right?
Got it.
So you got Betwick with the no, seems to be the biggest no holder. But anyways, the point being is that you don't want to be a market buyer unless there's a lot of liquidity, right? And if there's not a lot of liquidity, if you have a position, it can be beneficial to be a market maker and be on the books, because you never know who wants to come in, right? And a lot of people, they come in, they want to buy something, there's no liquidity, right? So if you feel confident in a position, there's not a lot of liquidity, put some money on the books on the side that you believe in, and you can get nice fills like this. And you don't have to just put all of the liquidity at the best available price, right? You could tier it up. So right now it's at whatever. You could put $200 at 28, $200 at 32, $200 at 36, $200 at 40. If someone wants to come and buy $1,000, you're going to get a great fill on it. But yeah, I mean, there's 18 days to go. Pump price action is
looking juicy.
Yeah, it's looking juicy. Are they gonna do an airdrop in the next 18 days? I still think no.
I
But
think so.
I'm happy to be wrong. I just don't know, with the positive momentum that they're going, why they would say, hey, now's the perfect time to just do a fat ass airdrop and give a bunch of people tokens to sell. I would think that they would want to juice people using. They'd rather price go up, not airdrop, and then all the people using the platform are thinking that they're farming the airdrop.
Yeah, or just make. Did they ever say an airdrop was coming, or more so a stimulus for the people using the platform? I think it's better for Pump.fun to just take however much millions of dollars and continue bidding some charts, continue providing support on specific tokens.
He had an interview. The Elon guy had an interview within 2 weeks after the token came out. And he said in the interview, he was like, we're going to do an airdrop. No, it's not going to be anytime soon. I'm paraphrasing, but that is what he said. So I'm still, I still don't think that it's going to happen.
We'll see. We'll be watching this. Ray, any thoughts here? The other piece I wanted to talk about, because we've discussed this a fair amount on the show recently, has been creator coins. And will there be a creator coin season? What's been happening a lot recently is the increase in rewards for creators has been massive. And I wanted to see, actually, if you guys know how to show me, I wanted to check some of these creator rewards for these streams. Ray, do you know how to do it? Because I've been seeing a lot of creators making 20, 30, 40K. Rasmer has made over $100,000 in rewards from basically trading fees. So Pump.fun rolled out additional fees for devs, and it's kind of tiered depending on what your market cap is. So a lot of people, even if you don't have a huge amount of creator, like a huge market cap, you can still earn a fair amount of rewards. And I think it's going to keep incentivizing more people to create tokens over time.
Yeah, I think this isn't just dedicated to create. I mean, it's basically dev rewards. I mean, they're calling it creators, but I mean, it's not like you have to have a stream and have a creator coin to own these. It's basically anybody who creates a token is going to get these rewards. So dev rewards really, but you're seeing like creators kind of like co-opt it, saying like, okay, yeah, I have this token because they're rewarding creators. I mean, they're just rewarding devs. But yeah,
it is just rewarding devs.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't only creator. Like you don't like. There's no like, hey, I'm a creator, and that's the only way you get them.
I felt that exact same thing. They messaged this beautifully because it's really just additional dev rewards that the trader is paying. Pump.fun is not giving up any of their fees. They're just saying, hey, for now, depending on the market cap, you can end up paying an additional like 1% fee on every transaction on some of these coins. It is kind of wild. So you pair that with the additional 1% fee that you get from any trading platform. If you're putting in $1,000 into any coin, depending on the market cap, you can end up paying $20 to buy it and then $20 to sell it, which is kind of wild.
Yeah.
So
I'm holding the Rasmer coin still. The thesis on creator coins hasn't changed. Just unfortunate that like he's getting canceled after like his comments the other day. So that coin is now down pretty bad. I like the kindness coin as kind of like a play there. We talked about this the other day. I bought some on stream. I'm currently holding. I think I'm almost like break even at this point. We were up yesterday, back to break even. But that guy like basically is paying his rewards to small streamers. So I think it's like a feel good story. I'm like, hey, this could be something that could be picked up. So that's what I'm holding. And just like a side bet on creator coins. I'm holding Rasmer. I'm also holding that Never Goon you suggested as well. In addition to Pump token.
Are you holding Gyat?
I'm not holding Gyat.
This is my sleeper pick. I would be like, I kind of want to, should I just buy like $5,000 of this thing? He was live streaming with the Rizzler 2 days ago.
Really?
The guy with a big butt. And no one's talking about it.
The thing that like concerns me, I mean, maybe like the fact that he's like pulling in like other big names like the Rizzler here is big, but like my thought was, is he like he's in this weird spot where he's like very Web 2 relevant, but not the most Web 2 relevant guy. He is deep in crypto and understands it, but like, does he just get outpaced by both like top tier Web 3 people and top tier Web 2 streamers? Like that's my concern.
I mean, this guy, how hard he's been going so hard on trying to build. So you're saying he's less crypto relevant. He's Web 2 relevant, but not Web 3 relevant. Therefore,
and also not Web 2 relevant compared to the bigger names. Like where is he on the tiers of like Web 2 content creators? Like you look at like Kai Cenat and like all those kind of guys. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, that's a different. I mean, he's got 2 million followers on. Like he actually goes hard on this content. He's really trying to make crypto work. So a local dog barking. All right, it's just big butts on his. So, anyways, Kicks, any thoughts here? You like this big butt guy?
This Gyat guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he's funny. He's funny for sure.
I don't know.
Buy the coin.
I kind of want to buy this thing. If I'd buy one, this is one I'd buy at 3.3 mil. So I don't know. We'll see. But
he was the guy that started the whole kicking bull. It was just reminding me of it. His whole thing started where he would like be on like a conference call, like a fake work conference call, and he'd be like mountain biking, but he had like a green screen behind him, so he's like on the call. It's funny. So he is a creative guy.
Yeah, he had the Zoom meeting that he would do. He had a green screen and he would be doing random shit. He was like
I think skydive with like the green screen behind him. His face is like on the call.
Genius. And I think he also did like a Super Bowl. He went really big like 2 or 3 years ago. He went super viral and did a bunch of those. That was a great skit. I don't think is it a real butt? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the dude definitely squats, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has some large buns. Ray, maybe show this guy to your mom and see what she thinks.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, sorry about the barking. We've got like 2 deer like sitting right outside of the window here. My dogs aren't used to seeing deer. They're over here, so they're freaking out. So if you hear some loud noises, that's what's going on in my little neck of the woods right now.
No worries at all, Ray. And by the way, if you're listening on Twitter Spaces, Ray, we're getting a lot of submissions for YEET coming in through the Twitter Space. So maybe double check. I think a lot of people are trying to sneak in, maybe didn't sign up through our link, but are just throwing in a username, hoping they get picked. Doesn't work. You have to sign up through bodoggos.com/YEET. The next piece I wanted to discuss is a little play I made yesterday that I think could be interesting to share. It is Moonbirds rolling out a little bit of a sneaky announcement yesterday that I don't think got enough buzz on the timeline. Frankly, I'm not incentivized to show it to you guys because it's still a limited edition 24-hour open edition. They did a 24-hour physical collectibles like secret box drop pre-order, and it's expected to ship. Either you basically mint an NFT and you can redeem it for the physical. So right now it's an open edition mint for the NFT. You can buy 1 pack for $25 or a case of 12 for $300. These are physical collectibles. Spencer comes from a large physical collectibles background. Most notably his Vibes trading card game. I don't know exactly how much it sold for initially, but these booster boxes are selling for $500-600 right now. So there's an open edition that you can buy, excuse me, and in the hopes that you get a physical collectible that hopefully goes up in price. But they're doing it through Collector Crypt. I bought 2 cases of 12, so I spent $300. I've learned over time not to fade these types of plays, and my hopes is that this turns into a play that ages well, that I just bought the $600 worth and just not think about it. Kicks and Ray, did you guys participate on this by any chance? It's live for, I believe, 3 more hours.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think like the problem is like the first edition. It's like the first edition Penguins.
Whoa.
The first edition Pudgy Penguin boxes. I'm just gonna go through. I'm going through.
Ray just got bombarded. I didn't mean him. I'm sorry, guys. Ray's dogs are just going bananas.
All right, so I'm going. The first edition sealed Pudgy Penguins Vibes boxes are going for like $500-600. So you're hoping for that much success for this one, for it to be like profitable is my thought. And like it seems like the risk reward like isn't quite there.
One of those goes for $600, but you can buy one of these for $25.
Exactly.
Well, is $25 a pack, or like it's not going to be $25 for a box? I'm looking like the case of 12 being like the box.
No,
so $300. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, Ray. I don't think that's right at all. I think the single box is $25. So I think you're looking for a 20x here. The booster box.
I hate how they did it like this. I hate how they did it like this. Like this is so weird. Like, do they even have a thing yet, or they're just like, okay, we'll make something up depending on how much money we have.
Just
we'll figure it out.
Own any Moonbirds, you bum.
I think I still have one. I think I still have a mythic.
I think.
I sold one of them.
Whatever, bro.
Kicks, are you interested?
Yeah, maybe I'll buy some. Dude, the problem is, dude, I'm not good with storage of things. You know what I mean? Like I'll leave them somewhere and they'll get opened. You know, maybe I can put them on my attic, then no one will find them.
Well, Kicks, with this, it's being stored at Collector Crypt, and it would stay there until
even better
until you claim it. So yeah, I mean, you can trade it.
Spencer's made me enough money. I'll buy a box.
Legendary, known. He's very good with these. He's a trader for people that don't know. I'm a big fan, and he bought. Hold on, I think he bought more today, but he bought $6,000 worth of packs.
Who did?
So, Legendary. This is from Modern Markets. Legendary Gains. He bought 12. Oh, so he bought 12 packs. So this is the type of play that he likes. He bought 3,600. So yeah, I'm honestly, and if you buy, hey, if you're listening to this and you end up buying, do not tell a soul. This is an inside play between all of us. We don't want to spread around because it's an open edition. So if you buy it, keep it hushed. Not a lot of people know about this because what we want is this thing to end, then we can talk about it. Okay? I almost didn't want to bring it up during the show. So buy the pack, zip your lips, don't tweet about it, and then when this open edition ends, let's fucking run it up. We'll say, hey, I bought $10,000 of this thing. It's the next big thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay? Zip your lips if you buy.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, here we go. We'll see how that ends. I figured I'd share potential opportunity with you all. 4 hours left. I checked. It ends at 1:30.
You know, honestly, Moonbirds seem like they'd be pretty good collectibles. They kind of look cool. Imagine just like squeezing one and it has like good styrofoam inside of it.
I really think it's going to age very well, this buy.
Like a fine wine.
Like a fine wine. I'm hoping we get a 10x out of it.
I'm down to even a 5-bagger would be nice.
We have a lot of commenters on YouTube that haven't gotten on our leaderboard. So people like Risk, Harry Potter, Van Buren, Burger Time, you're not on our leaderboard. So you're not getting entered.
When you buy these and then you store them in Collector Crypt, do you know if they're rare or not? Or are they like still they're sealed? They're still sealed. You got no fucking clue. No clue. No clue. So it's like a sealed Pokemon pack. You can have a fucking rare one in there. Yeah.
Yeah, look at these deer. They're just like walking.
Damn, there's hella.
I would take a shotgun out and shoot the leader in the front.
You see that?
Yeah.
Wild stuff here.
All right. Shifting gears. Ray wanted to ask, is Memecoin season here? We got Solana. We covered this briefly, but Solana looks good. Ray, I literally marked the bottom of Solana, the Sol ETH pair. Solana is crushing. In the last 7 days, Solana is up 14% to $240. Meanwhile, Ethereum up only 1%. Not showing as much strength. Tyler D, who's listening right now, called it. He said Solana season is here, but you're not ready for that conversation. And boy, was he right on the money. Solana
got to be so fucking rich.
Yep. Easy, just crushing it with his Solana buy, aging very well. However, Solana is still underperforming Hyperliquid, which is up 18% in the last 7 days. Main conversation that people are asking is, hey, does this mean Memecoin season is here? And why is it not? And Kix answered this earlier. He thinks that it's because it's largely led by institutions buying. This is not a retail-led run that we're seeing here. Notably, we've seen various digital asset or treasury companies on Solana buying up hundreds of millions of dollars worth. I believe this is what's led to the run that we're seeing. So, which is why it would lead to not us seeing any large meme coins. Nick and I had dinner, or Nick Pio and I had dinner with someone last night. We were talking about meme coins, and we were shocked by how we just haven't, since Trump, we have not seen like a huge meme coin rally. We haven't, like, if you think about the last like 12 months ago, how crazy Solana season was, and people were so willing to buy anything. People were putting tens of thousands of dollars into Goat, Peanut. Like, remember Peanut? That was like in 3 days, it ran from 50 mil to multiple billions. We had Goat, we had Chill Guy, all of these runners, Moo Dang. And now the only things we're seeing is Troll saw a little bit of a run to 200 mil, which was basically led by Pump.fun aggressively providing liquidity for it. But other than that, I think people are exhausted with meme coins. People are not willing to bid as aggressively as they were before. And I think the only narrative that exists right now is creator coins, but most of those creator coins are below 5 mil. Any other thoughts on Solana meme coins and whether or not we see another season anytime soon?
Q4.
Q4?
Yeah, I was gonna say Q4. I think everyone's looking at Q4 to be like the biggest run on crypto of this cycle. Like that seems to be pretty consensus view. And if you hold that view, I don't see why these meme coins can't get back to, if not all-time highs, their local highs from last season. So my question is like, what are you targeting here? There's a lot of FOMO on stuff like Rect. Like I kept buying Rect. I'm still under cost basis. Like Rect feels like I want to continue adding. SPX I'm continuing to add. Like what other big meme coins are out there below all-time highs that you're looking at?
I can't with SPX. Ray, have you seen, for anyone listening, Ray mentioned SPX as a buy. It could be a buy, by the way. I've been looking at Murad's TikTok, and it is so funny because he went from posting every day with like these high quality videos to now he posts like once a week, and it's the shittiest videos ever. He's pulling like blurry podcast clips. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, I actually think despite me selling, Fartcoin could be a good, like one of those to buy. The only problem is people don't believe that there's going to be a new marginal buyer, right? Like I think the belief that retail is coming has largely gone out the window. And until people feel like there's going to be someone else that buys their bags, that they are not the exit liquidity, they're not going to be buying these coins. And that's why I liked what Kix was saying, is like finding a new narrative that gets people excited again is going to be important. People do want to bid. We saw with football.fun, that was a new narrative that came out. That thing ran from zero to hundreds of millions of dollars in a matter of days because people want something new. It's just a matter of creating that in a way that makes people excited.
Yeah, that's where you could see stuff like, the streamer coins or like the content coins, like meme coins in a different form. Like, you remember what we saw last year, right? Like kind of going from the summer of last year into like where we are now. It was very much, meme coins were very much led by just pure play meme coins, right? Peanut, Moodang, Fartcoin, Goat, right? And then we had the pivot in Q4 going into Q1 of this year into AI coins, right? And those really started to dominate Pump.fun and then virtuals, etc., right? So it really depends on your like definition of a meme coin, right? If we're talking specifically in Q4, are meme coins that look like Peanut or look like Chill Guy, right? Is that going to be the meta? Again, I'm not sure. You were, keeping close tabs on it, Clemente. That stuff did have penetration into like TikTok and, that kind of, social media, right? But generally, in my opinion, it's always a new meta, right? It's always something different. It may be something that we're sort of familiar with, but like reskinned a different way. But my gut would say, if it's going to be a meme coin, it's going to be like meme coins that are wrapped to something else. So whether that's streamer coins, content coins, something that we can't even think of right now. That's where my gut would say, versus like the pure play memes, which will still can and do well. But if we're talking about what the defining meta is going to be, I would imagine it'd be something else.
I think that's well said. The other argument I'll say is we have this really weird contrast between crypto natives, like anyone listening to the show right now, people on crypto Twitter that have largely they view meme coins as like dead. I hate it. I got rinsed on XYZ meme coin. It's an insider game, blah, blah, blah. Versus retail, non-crypto natives, people have maybe bought one or two coins, maybe own some XRP, whatever it is. They have no idea about the trash meme coins. They don't know who Lexapro is. They don't know Ansem. As far as they're concerned, they know Dogecoin. They maybe know 2 or 3 additional meme coins. That's it. at least from my perspective. So you
Yeah,
have a large amount of people that are still like gung ho, potentially about meme coins if positioned in the right way.
and I have friends, you know, that I think are like in the relatively most of my friends are in their early 30s, right? So maybe a little older than the youths of their 20s that are what they're interested in. But my friends, right, and some of them did get into a little bit of the meme coin frenzy in January of this year, right? A lot of them are looking at stocks right now, right? And that's something that we have to appreciate where we are in the space, is that we're not this vacuum, right, where nothing else can take our attention, right? So I look at things like how much Pokemon cards have pumped, right? Like I think it's easier for retail to wrap their heads around Pokemon cards than some random meme coin, right? Other than the fact that they think meme coins can maybe pump, right? So that's an attention grabber way. And then we have stuff like Open or the Robinhood stock, right? Or there was this other all these AI stocks, all these cloud stocks are just pumping, and stocks are so much easier for people to get into because they can just
Prediction
deposit.
markets.
Yeah, prediction markets, spot on. So one of my buddies that's starting to get into investing, right? The things that are really like capturing his attention. First of all, he texted me and he's like, Clemente said Open can go to $350. And I'm like, that's absurd, man. That's like a $210 billion market cap. Maybe even there.
Manny said that. Manny said that, not me.
He listens on Spotify. So like
wrong Latino.
Dude, did you listen to that? That price prediction was wild.
He thought I was easy. Until I was like, yeah, no, there's a little bit. So Spotify, this is Kicks, everyone on Spotify. Yeah, so I think those things can kind of grab the attention away. Yeah, prediction markets, I think, are massively digestible. Like telling someone, hey, I can buy, make a prediction on this versus like buy this meme coin. Now, what I will say, the big caveat is as soon as you get into prediction markets, you realize that it's more like a poker cash table. And it's not, the attraction to meme coins has always been being able to become a millionaire off of one trade. Prediction markets will never provide that in an individual prediction market, right? But stocks can. Pokemon cards, in theory, maybe can, right? Things that don't have a cap in terms of their upside potential. And
Pokemon
so
cards. Yeah. Sorry, finish Kicks.
No, I'm done. Ran done.
Pokemon cards, for me, I have no interest in buying them because that's like you buy it and you have to hold it for like 5 years or however long.
It's a slower cook.
It's a slower cook. It's more of a collectible thing. Meme coins, to me, the reality of it is most of the US population is, and I don't want to say most, but like it's becoming more expensive to live. People are having less disposable income, and we're turning into like a hyper gambling society. If you look at sports, you try to watch any sports show now, they give you the odds, they give you parlays. Like NFL Sundays now is just all gambling, live odds and all these things. You go on social media, dude, I got an ad from Michael Phelps promoting a poker game. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And we've just turned into this hyper gambling society. So I look at meme coins as something that has product market fit in the way of, I actually think it's better. And when I say meme coins, by the way, I'm not talking about trenching. I think trenching is just so smoked in a lot of the way it's presented right now. It's a largely broken game. I'm talking about the movement, like SPX. I actually think it's potentially better than stocks, than these meme stocks, because it's a movement and kind of community aspect that comes into play. And I think that's a better piece than a lot of it has better product market fit for what a lot of people are looking for in the world right now than sports betting or prediction markets or stocks.
Yeah, so meme coins are the type of investment or speculative asset that that benefits from like people's desire to make crazy returns, right? And so if we think about how those things usually happen and like how they happened last year, right? Generally, all it takes is one coin that prints some millionaires. And that's what kind of starts the chain reaction of other people then saying, well, if this one could do it, why can't these others start doing it? And then you start to get a feeding frenzy, and then the word starts spreading, right? And then that's where you get the big inflows, right? So it really only takes one coin. And if we go back, right, like, you know, Pepe kind of laid the grounds, but then we had Mog run and Dog with Hat run, right? And then around this time last year is where we started to have stupid stuff like, you know, this guy bought Peanut at 50K and it's now a $200 million coin, right? And people start doing the numbers and they realize the insane amount of money that's being making super quickly. And that's what causes the feeding frenzy. So if you were to think like it's going to happen again for meme coins, I wouldn't say it's going to happen off of the back of something already worth $1 billion, despite it already making everyone rich. I would say it would come off the back of something that comes out and runs to 9 figures very quickly. And then that's what would like start the feeding frenzy, you know? Like my biggest thing when I think about last year was the virtuals play. I don't know if just it's more transparent or just easy to quantify, right? But the people that got into virtuals in September, right? And even some of them that got it in the first week of October, by the time it got to November, these people were on the timeline basically saying they made generational money, right? And then that's what started the feeding frenzy in November on everything in the virtual ecosystem, right? Ideally, you want to be the people buying in September and October, but you could still make a lot of money if you were the one buying in mid-October or late October, and there was still cream on the top if you bought in November, right? If you're the guys coming in December and January, your exit liquidity, right? So my whole thing is trying to just be agnostic in terms of letting the pump come to me or letting the opportunity come to me instead of trying to set the framework of what the Q4 thing is going to be. Because if you pulled me in January of last year and said that there's going to be an AI frenzy where people are minting coins representing AI agents and AI things, and there's going to be millionaires made, I would have bet against that, right? And that's one of my biggest challenges when it's come to trading crypto is my resistance to things. And it's very easy for me to find why it shouldn't be the thing, right? And it's a lot harder for me to be like, this should be the thing, because it's never obvious it's the thing until it's already worth billions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there willing. So like when you brought up the yacht thing, right? I'm like, I got to keep an open mind here, right? Because that is in the realm of possibility that's what just takes off. And you got all these TikTokers creating their own coins and saying all of like how it's going to represent their channel and blah, 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 blah. I am keeping an open mindset to that being a possibility. And so then the biggest thing becomes your information flows.
Yeah.
So who you're surrounding yourself with that is taking risks in crypto and trying weird new things. You want to surround yourselves by those people and have an open mindset and just look for, smell out what the catalyst can be. And the crazy part about it is the money that you need to put into these things early. For example, you brought up Football.fun. Some people put 3K in there in the first week and it went to 100K in a week, right? That's how quick those moves can be made. So it's not like you have to find this opportunity and then make this big 50K bet, right? Yeah. The people that were early to virtuals, some people that ended up being millionaires put $2 to $5 grand in it to start. And then it ran up so fucking hard and they just recycled profits, right? Like profits they made, they would throw into other things and they were familiar with the ecosystem. And then they turned 5K into $1 million. So that is what we have to keep an eye from, out for. And dude, it has happened the same fucking pattern every single fucking time. This is the same fucking pattern with NFTs. I may be wrong, but at this point in time, in 2021, Azuki did not exist. I'm not even sure Doodles fucking existed at this point in time in 2021. That's what you have to realize in terms of late versus early when it comes to the speculative alt season, right? Like I literally don't even, someone fact check me when Doodles came out. Someone fact check me when Artifact Clones came out. I want to say that was November, December.
I think Doodles was November.
Yes.
Clones was December. Azuki
Okay.
was January.
Azuki was January. None of those three came out, and they all ran to about 20 ETH when ETH was worth 3K. So, you know, 660, 60 grand. At this point in time, mutants, were they even out? They were end of August, maybe. Maybe they were just out. But right now, at this point in time, NFTs were pulling back. They were dumping. You could have gotten a Bored Ape at a 50, 60% discount over in the, you know, next couple of weeks here. And then that's not even listing out the dozens, if not hundreds of other. Sandbox didn't even have its pump yet. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so that is, and so that is my whole point, is that there's going to be Q4. It always fucking happens. It happened in 2021. It happened fucking last year. It happened on a smaller scale in 2023. That's when MOG came out. That's when Prime went from $2 to fucking $30. That's when Ronin went from 50 cents to $4. So it's going to happen again. It's going to fucking happen again. It's going to happen in Q4. And you just got to find the fucking thing. Maybe it's some weird ass fucking shit on Hype EVM. I have no exposure or understanding what's going on there. It could just be Solana, and it's the fucking Gyat bubble butt guy just going to 100 million. Who the fuck knows? But we all have to band together and get the information flows going.
Yeah. What you're saying is actually, as much as I initially have been anti-creator coins, and everything you're saying, by the way, Kicks, makes complete sense. Timelines are lining up, and we have not really seen this narrative that has taken off other than meme coins last year. Finding the next meta, whatever it is going to be, we don't know if it's creator coins. We don't know whatever it is, but we are still in the point in the cycle where we have not seen, like there's a lot of meat left on the bone here.
Yeah, and we've seen little pops, Football.fun, or that cards coin, right? The gotcha Pokemon stuff, right? We've seen little kind of like, like those are little like pre-firework tests before the fireworks show even starts, right? Like when we get into alt, those are plays that will happen every single week if we're going to have a proper alt season in Q4, which I think we will. So it's, you know, it's got, you know, you got to get your information game strong. You got to find people that are looking at weird ass fucking shit. I mean, the only thing I would say it wouldn't be is ordinals, and maybe then it's gonna be ordinals. Maybe they're gonna make a nifty gateway ordinals. I don't fucking know. But once again, you have to keep an open mind. It's definitely not going to be ENS domains. Maybe it is. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be ENS domains, but maybe it is.
The piece that you said about the information flow is really interesting, Cakes, because the streamers or creators are an information mouthpiece themselves, right? Like,
yes.
If you get a guy, Gyatcoin, Rasmer, Jakey, whoever it is, and I'd actually prefer they have a Web 2 audience, Diddy Bop, and they make $1 million. Like, I think Pump.fun actually did a really smart move increasing creator awards, because you all of a sudden get this headline: streamer makes $1 million from his own meme coin.
And you create 1,000 clones of them.
And then you get him going on shows. You get him going on a podcast. He goes on, you know, he goes on the Logan Paul podcast, and they go, "What the fuck is going on? Gyatcoin, like, how did you make $1 million on meme coins?" And he goes, "Oh, by the way, I don't own any of the meme coin. I earn money off the trading fees on it." That is such a big unlock, because before they would have to sell supply. Now all of a sudden,
especially when you think almost every big meme coin success sort of has a main character attached on. There are exceptions. I don't think there was a main character for Fartcoin or Goat, but like Ansem was the main character for like Dog with Hat, right? Yeah. K Money was the main character for Mog, right? I'm sure there was a main character or a couple for Pepe. Usually there's a main character that's like the driving force behind something. Not always, but as you said, the alignment on like a creator coin is super fucking interesting. And And there's enough people that hate it and think it's dumb. And that's very important. So whatever is going to succeed, it cannot be consensus. You have to have negative reactions when you're talking about that shit. So yeah, I think that's definitely got to be high up there on the list as a possibility, right? And when you guys were talking on Wednesday, like when you talked about that kind thing, right? And the guy's like donating his fees to other people that are trying to emerge, right? You're starting to see a little creativity there, right? Of how are the different ways that you can, structure and do things, right? Are you going to have a guy that comes on and just does like TA on there, right? Are you going to have a guy that goes and walks around town live streaming? Are you going to have, who the fuck knows what you're going to have? But I like that. That's got to be on the radar. And if it's the case, it's the next 30 days where you're going to start seeing some pops.
Let me show you guys a quick example. And by the way, I've been anti-creator coins since they've come out, as far as like it doesn't work. Check this out. So this happened yesterday. There was a guy. 1 second, I'm gonna have to turn.
That guy fucking fights, dude, for sure.
There was this guy. So there was a guy who had a meme coin launched, and he clip farmed. He went viral yesterday for this.
What's up, chat?
This is at a gym, by the way. Bradley Martin is a known creator that's pretty buff. He's a viral guy on like Instagram and other social medias.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
We're live streaming.
Chat.
The guy comes up is a Pump.fun streamer.
Uh-oh.
This is a Pump.fun streamer.
You think that shit's funny? Fuck out of here.
I remember this.
He got
older
this happened yesterday. No, he
Really?
did it again. He got slapped. He was wearing, if you look at he's wearing a Pump.fun shirt. This pumped his coin to 2 mil, and he made $30,000 from it yesterday, from the fees. Pretty interesting.
I hate those kind of people, but
Creator coins.
it is popular amongst the youths. See, that's the thing right there. That's the thing, though, Clemente. So who's cooking up the Creator Coin Radar website so we all can sit on that?
Probably Ultra.
So that's what we need to watch for. Very interesting.
Clemente, get 2 hours hardcore fucking research, whatever your stimulant of choice is, lock it in. Okay. Send it over to me. I'm going to run it through I have some unique AI, API, algorithmic flows, and I can take your analysis and really spread it out, get it to think about all sorts of edge case examples. Okay. Then we compact it back in. Okay. And then come up with our attack strategy.
All right. No, because I think this could be interesting. I think this could be interesting. I don't know. I need to figure out which one we need to buy.
It's not one, multiple.
Yeah.
And then here's the other thing. If we zoom back, right, Clemente? And we think this is going to happen, and we think it's going to happen on Pump, then Pump is the virtuals, and Pump will 5x from here.
I think Pump will definitively. Pump looks good.
So buy Pump. Get ready to buy the more speculative things that go 100x, 500x.
Ray, any thoughts? Are you on the same page as us?
I've been talking about this for weeks. I've been laying out the same thesis for weeks. You guys are just jumping on now. I already own Rasmer.
Oh, okay. You started it. This guy's already been on the boat.
Like, I just tuned out the last 5 minutes, listening to you guys try to catch up about the thesis, talking to each other. Like, I don't know what you want from me here.
God, what do you want? You want us to fucking squeeze your balls a little bit and say thank you?
Let them know who's been talking about creator coins for weeks now.
That's not, no, it's a different Ray. What you did was you just bought. You bought and you didn't lay out a strategy. What we did there was a collaborative back and forth. We got the clip. We explored, we went deeper, counter analysis, and we built that.
I've been building the analysis for weeks. I just finally bought this week. I've been talking about it for weeks.
Oh, okay. You want to go back in time? Guess what? I bought Zora and fucking round tripped it, and now I'm actually down 5%. That's how early I fucking was. I was so early, I was on the wrong one. Okay.
Zora is not as interesting to me. I don't think it's as degenerate. Like Pump.fun is just so degenerate.
Yeah, and Pump.fun has like it's leaning into like the streaming. Like Zora's like an Instagram. and dudes probably like live streaming more. Dudes are more like podcasters, you know, than Instagrammers. Except
By
for
the
you.
way, I'm personally actually not this is like Black Mirror, because what you're gonna get is people launching pump funds and doing crazy shit. Like
Yeah.
I
there's a
don't-
movie about this. It had James Franco in it, or his brother. I always forget the two. James Franco brother, Dave Franco. Okay, Dave Franco movies. Okay, Enhance. I think it's called Nerve. Watch that tonight, everybody.
Okay, on it.
Yeah, watch it with your girl, dude. She'll like it. But it's fucking wild, and that's
one
literally
more
what you're talking about.
What's the name?
Nerve.
Nerve.
Yeah, it's literally what you're talking about to the T. Guess who makes an appearance in it? One guess. $500 if you get it right. You can't look at your screen.
Orangey.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, I was.
He's like
close.
one of the streamers in the streamer gang, dude.
Yeah, Ray. Orangey was in it in 2016, 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, Ray. Come on. This guy, I think he lost some of the sauce when he's away.
He was an extra. He was an extra in the background. He's one of the kids.
It's like eating ice cream on a bench, dude.
Orangey is crazy.
Ray's right. I owe him $500.
Yeah, let's spin this wheel. Let's spin this wheel.
We're over it, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, we're having some fun on this Friday. We're over time. I really enjoyed it. Damn. Okay, we got some people in here. So we're giving away. We're picking 3 people. Thank you for everyone that signed up. We're spinning the wheel for everyone that entered using bodagos.com/sheet and wagered at least $1 of volume. So $300 each, right? If you win, 330.
No, we're gonna do 250, 250, and then we're gonna do a 500 grand prize winner.
Boom. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
250, 250, 500. Hit it.
All right, first one. $250 winner coming up, coming out.
Van Buren.
Van Buren, one of the Van Buren brothers.
And I believe Van Buren was.
Eric von Lichtenstein.
Let's go. Van Buren, I think. Actually,
Name that movie.
I don't know. What movie
No
that
idea.
is. Congratulations, Van Buren. You're going to get this deposited right into your account. Let's go.
250. 250 for Van Buren. 250 coming up here again. Oh, that was a close one. Nixon gets 250. Now we're going to spin for 500. Grand prize winner, 500 coming out courtesy of Yeet. Here we go. Kicks, count me down.
Solana at $241. Go.
Ben? Oh,
Oh, let's go. Long-time friend and listener, Ben's Wong, $500 grand prize winner.
Dude, look at him saying congrats, Nixon. Just happy to see someone else win. And that's why God bestowed this energy back upon you.
Let's go. Let's go. $250 to one of the Van Buren brothers. $250 to Nixon, and then $500 going over to Ben Wong. Congrats, everybody. Courtesy of Yeet. We'll be doing these giveaways every week on our show and on Easy's show. Sign up to bodagos.com/Yeet to be eligible. Do any volume in September. We're going to have some more creative stuff coming next month as well. But this month, we're going to do some more of these giveaways. We normally do them on Fridays, but we might surprise you during the week. So make sure you're tuning in.
Eric von Lichtenstein. Oh,
Let's
I'm
go.
so mad I didn't buy Pump lower, but it's not too late. Selling my Zora, slight loss. That's okay. Taking some USD. That's okay. Going to buy Pump. Can I buy spot Pump on Hyperliquid? Jarvis?
yes.
Not 1x leverage. I don't want to pay funding rate. Can I buy spot?
You don't want to pay funding over 3 months?
No. It could be money, dude.
Well done, everyone. Congratulations. We're going to wrap. Hope you appreciate it. A little bit of a longer show, Friday special
Pump
here.
is on spot. Very good
All right.
job, Hyperliquid.
We're going to take this home. Hope you guys have a
Say
fantastic
please.
weekend.
Thank you.
Talk to you later. Appreciate you all. See ya.